Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome back to Unabridged. I've done a little bit of building, not really sure how I feel about it. I had Monkey Puzzle come over and check it out last night. I got his stamp of approval. That was before I had done the bottom part here. My idea was that whatever kind of temple or whatever this used to be, maybe over the years, it was kind of covered by dirt, so parts of it are showing and parts of it are not. I took the suggestion on the ziggurat style, but I wanted to use slopes instead of blocks. So this is kind of what I ended up with. So there's an entrance down here which goes to the lower room, and upstairs is just kind of done. I just kind of picked a little pattern and went with it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. If we go up here, we can probably get a better look. Very symmetrical, except for the other side with the entrance at the village ground level, I guess you could say. So that's what I'm working with now. I think it looks pretty cool from a distance. It's fairly functional for the most part. I got these doors, the laboratory door. These things are so cool. Hopefully my sound's loud enough that that you guys can hear it. So I haven't really done much besides build. I did swap this stuff around so that only one of the blocks is above ground. And I used a cover right here. The timer's underneath it, and the lever still turns it on and off. If I had Silk Touch, I could have done a grass block here, but I don't have Silk Touch yet. The other thing I want to do besides add Silk Touch to my hammer, I want to put Auto Smelt on not necessarily this lumber axe, but a lumber axe, so that when I chop these down I get a bunch of charcoal. What I've been doing is just smelting it in a regular furnace whenever I harvest. I had considered making what's this one, the Endo Flame. I had considered making the Exo Flame, which will power a furnace from mana, which we've got a little bit right now. I went ahead and set up the other pool because I didn't want this one to fill up, and I don't know if that causes lag or not. So up to this point I've been mining only with osmium, and I can mine obsidian, as you can see, but we need steel for mining and we need steel for a bunch of other stuff. I did go ahead and set up the smeltery. I had to process the ores. I don't really like to use the smeltery for that, but since I'm having trouble finding lots of things, I thought I was allowed. Made a little timer. The lever does turn it on and off. When it's on, the little bluestone wire pulses the faucets. And I haven't made any kind of portable tank or barrel or anything yet. I think we do have Buildcraft, so what I normally like to do is make a waterproof pipe and a portable tank, and just like set the pipe right here and the tank on top of it so that it drains into the smeltery. So there are a couple of different ways to get steel. I'm not going to look them up in any eye. Something makes an alloy in the smeltery. Usually I think it's like pig iron and iron, or liquefacted coal, I think, in iron. Not really sure. The other way, you could do it with a railcraft or immersive engineering blast furnace, or the metallurgic infuser. I need the coke, not the coke. I need the creosote. So I want to go ahead and make a coke oven and a blast furnace from immersive engineering. Also, we're going to need a hammer, and then make a couple of metallurgic infusers and a couple survivalist generators. There are other methods of power, and we're going to set up our real power system pretty soon, so I don't want to, make magmatics or anything like that. We can make self-sustaining power with a lava fabricator and some Ender IO generators. I think the Stirling generator or magmatic dynamos, but I don't want to do that this time. I've never actually done it in a playthrough, but it's kind of an exploit in my opinion, so I'm not going to do it right now. So these are all 3x3. We need 27 of these. Hopefully I have enough materials to get to that in here. Okay, we got 28 of those, and we should be able to make 28 of these. And I did a little test in a single player world. The coke oven between Railcraft and Immersive Engineering, they're pretty comparable, but the blast furnace seemed to be a little more efficient. The Immersive Engineering one did. It used less coal coke to make the same amount of steel. So I was debating on where to put these things. I think I'll just put them out here in the hallway, just because it's out of the way, and the chunks will probably be loaded by the other guys. So you can put them right next to each other. I want to leave about a 3-block space in between. That way, if I want to auto input the coke from the coke oven into the blast furnace, I can. So let's see, blast furnace here. And once we place all the blocks, I think we just hit it in the middle. Now it's a blast furnace. Coke oven works the same way. And I'm sure you've seen the other guys do this already. I'm going to use this, and I'll probably use the Metallurgic infuser more. So we need to throw a stack of coal in there. You can use charcoal in the blast furnace, but coal coke lasts 4 times longer. So, I mean, if you got some time, you might as well use coke. So that'll go. We'll get coke here, and we'll get creosote here. I think you can do blocks, but I don't have a ton of coal. I've got more charcoal than anything. So why don't we also go ahead and throw a 1/4 stack of iron in there and a stack of charcoal. So we'll get some steel from that while we're doing other stuff. So we'll get that working, and then we'll go ahead and do the metallurgic infusers. We'll get 2 of those. Forgot they don't stack, of course. And 2 survivalist generators. The reason I made 2 of these is because there are many recipes. We can just put one down. You can do all kinds of stuff in them. The main things we're going to do, we need to make enriched iron, which is coal over here, and then there's one where you put redstone to make some of the other things. I forget what they're called. This guy, the enriched alloy, which is a basic component of a lot of mechanism things. So we're going to need steel for conduits and gas pipes and stuff like that. And of course mining. So let's do, why don't we just stack these like this? And the survivalist generators, they don't generate that much, but they're really efficient in what they do generate. So we might as well go ahead and start this, and I think I might have, oh good, I do have, I do have more coal. So we'll get a couple stacks of charcoal. We'll see how much iron we've got. It looks like we've got a fair amount right now. So I'll go ahead and throw a stack of coal. Apparently charcoal works in here too. I didn't realize it did. We'll just go ahead and make both of these. And then we're going to actually need, once these are done, we're going to need another stack to, once you get the enriched iron, you've got to do it with coal again to get steel dust. And then you either cook it or you put it in the smeltery. So this is probably going to take a little while. We've already got 2 coke and a couple of steel, which is good. So let's look at what we need to do. We need the lava crystal, I think it's called. This thing, yeah. I can do this. Let's, we'll just empty the water bucket somewhere, and I've been grabbing my lava from this pool right here. We'll just do that, and then I like to plug it so I know where I've already taken the lava from. I don't think it's a good idea to go outside right now. So what are we going to need? 4 blaze rods. I've got those. And then we're going to need for the fire charges, blaze powder, gunpowder, and coal. And I think you get 3 per craft. So that should be relatively easy. Oh yeah, good. So let's see what this was. I don't think it'll shift click because of the lava bucket. Alright, so now the dilemma is, do we put this on this stone lumber axe, or do we make a new lumber axe? And I already went ahead and made all of the casts that I'm going to need for that. So I'll tell you what, let's make an osmium one. I don't really have a lot of osmium though. That's kind of a problem. We'll do alumite. How about that? So let me find some aluminum. I've got a little bit of it. It's aluminum, obsidian, and iron. And if the ratio is, if I remember correctly, it's 5 aluminum, 2 iron, and 2 obsidian. And you get 2 ingots per block. And then it's basically like an ore. You get 2 for the ore, obviously, here, and then 1 per iron. So let me throw all this in here. I'll make the axe, and then we'll get it going. Okay, we've got 48 alumite in here. What I was just thinking, it occurred to me, if we make a new axe, we're not going to have any modifiers on it. You have to level it up before you can get a modifier. So what I want to do is just go ahead and repair this, and then we'll replace the parts. Then I'll make a new stone lumber axe or some other material that we can use just for wood, not for charcoal. So we'll go ahead and make all these pieces. And I've just got hoppers under here to take the stuff out. Okay, and it looks like I've got some leftover I'm going to have plenty of left over to make ingots, and then probably to make a shovel or a new hammerhead if I want to do that. So if we come over here, this thing is fully repaired. We should be able to replace the pieces individually. Apparently only one at a time. So now we've got an alumite lumber axe with auto smelt haste, and there's a diamond on it, so this thing is going to last a while. So here's our alumite lumber axe with auto smelt. I'll make another one probably just out of stone, because I mean, it does pretty well. It's good enough. And once it levels up, I'll probably put, you know, redstone on it just to make it a little faster. But this is pretty huge. We could definitely automate this at some point if we want, but I'm not really too worried about it. Ooh, look at all that. Look at all the beautifulness of the charcoal. What do we get out of that? We're going to get about 3 stacks of charcoal per harvest, I think. Yep, that's about right. So I think you can put luck on this, which is like fortune. But I haven't been able to find a lot of lapis, so that's going to be an issue. And the first fortune I get goes on my pick, and like I said, silk on the hammer. So I need to do a bunch more mining. I don't have as many resources as I'd like. What you see in this chest here, this is basically it. It's not terrible, but usually I've got a lot more osmium. What I've been doing, since the ores are distributed on levels, I've been branching off of my staircase here. Like, this is my copper and tin level. And then I think I've got one for, maybe this one's tin and Certus, I don't even remember. And then I've got another one over here for probably osmium and gold. If you look in NEI on the recipe for the ore block, it'll actually tell you the best Y level to look for it. I'm pretty sure this one is for osmium. And then, of course, you know, regular diamonds, redstones, whatever. So hopefully before the next episode, I will have a chance to get a ton more resources. I want to set up power generation pretty quick. I'm not really in a hurry to get stuff done, but I mean, the fact of the matter is you can only do so much without a decent power system. So I'm going to leave it there. Give me your thoughts on what I've built here. I'm going to have to figure out a door because the mobs will walk right in there. Something really cool, since I've got the Sojourner Sash, and this thing will, I don't know what the term is. If you hold right click and then let off, you kind of like leap forward. Watch this. You see how high that wall is? Bam! Right up on it. But give me your thoughts on this. You know I'm not a builder, but I am attempting. So that'll do it. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Make sure to check out the other guys on the server as well. I'll see you guys next time.